Let's talk Bama. 30-14 win. Hey, yeah, you know what, Coach? Go ahead. Run truck toss on fourth down in the fourth quarter because they've been talking hella crazy. And we're going to get into that. Go ahead. Shout out to H2O. I need to cool it down just a little bit. Your purchase, your impact, H2O.com. Every bottle sold helps solve the clean water crisis around the world. That's for real. New cans and everything. How about a product with a purpose? You know what I mean? How about a product with a purpose? We love to see that. Hey, I just want to forewarn everybody. As I go into this take, okay? Bama Brooks thinks Alabama is the best offense and has the hottest quarterback in college football. I think I've been saying this for 2.5 weeks now. I think I've been on this train since I watched the Wisconsin tape and said, uh-oh, that kid's good. Uh-oh, he's playing NFL football. Uh-oh, Ryan Grubb is cooking. Uh-oh, what happens if they ever figure out a run game? Oh, my God. They might have figured out a run game. Guys, we're going to have a film study on this week. They are only going to get better. They are only going to get better and better and better. I thought they scored 30 points in the final 3 quarters of this football game. I thought had it been for a horrid first quarter, I mean, you can't start worse than this. All right? An interception on a drive, you're moving the football in the red zone. Martell Height makes a great individual play. Turn it over, walk it, score, Vandy. Maybe even an explosive. I think it's explosive run play for Vandy. Boom, score, down 7-0. Boom, missed field goal. Boom, into first quarter. Like, touch it twice, move, turn it over, miss a field goal, they score, and then the next 3 quarters are just, hey, we're going to hold this rock right quick, and we're going to shove it down your throat. All right? Y'all been out here talking all kind of crazy. We're going to hold this rock, and we're going to shove it down your throat. We're going to go 7-15 on third down. We're going to hold the ball for 37 minutes. We're going to turn you over, all right? And we're going to take away your run game. Eventually, we're going to take away your run game, which they did in the second half. I mean, that was as dominant of a 3 quarters as Alabama has probably played under Kalen DeBoer. Normally, they're a dominant 2-quarter football team. All right, they were a dominant 3-quarter football team, and it was the final 3 quarters, and it looked really, really good. All right, they're efficient and they are explosive. Right, there's no doubt about that in my mind. I think Ty Simpson's willingness to play on time and accurate and in the middle of the field is diabolical. It's diabolical. Now, look, I've been burned on some takes, so go ahead, get your screen recorders ready for when he inevitably has a terrible game, because there is no doubt we're taking young quarterback sacks. We're doing some goofy stuff. We're competing a little bit too much sometimes, but there is never I didn't see him interception. Y'all notice that? He's thrown a couple, but there are never, oh, crap, where did he come from? Coming off the field looking all deer in the headlighty. There's none of that. This kid's competing a little bit too much into tight windows and turns the ball over every once in a while. But apart from that, guys, I get a lot of the meticulous mental magic stuff, like the stuff pre-snap and post-snap and the dynamic accuracy stuff. He is doing the same stuff with the limited physical abilities that made that Tom Brady guy great and made that Drew Brees guy great. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's going to be those people, but this guy is doing stuff with his neck up approach and his accuracy with the football that made the greats, that have physical limitations, because he is not a super freak. He is not, but he is a super freak from the neck up. And if you don't believe me, go watch that post-game press conference. The post-game press conference was, oh, yeah, that's right. Your daddy coached high school football for 2 decades. Nick Saban recruited you. You're the highest-rated quarterback in the history of the state of Tennessee. Oh, yeah, you won. That's right. I remember you won in high school too. I mean, there's a lot of, like, I have always said, and it's why y'all think I'm joking when I say I'll outthrow Aaron Murray. I will today, but it doesn't mean a hill of damn beans. It means nothing. You know why? Because throwing the football is one of a bajillion boxes you have to check to be a great quarterback. It's such a missed thing. It's why the bust rate's 50%. right? Because the greats don't look the same. They all don't get it done the same way, but they're all cut relatively similar. They're all great decision makers. They're all great competitors. They're all lunatics. They're all lunatics. They're all lunatics, okay? All the great ones. And that kid is a lunatic, all right? And I love that about him. Got to stop taking bad sacks. Now, here's my other thing. Here's my other thing about this, okay? And look, I am a Pavia stan, but we finna have a tough convo, Diego. Not that you're listening, but if you are, we got to have a combo. Look, if I'm going to stand on here, look, same thing for me. And I'm accountable for my takes, just like you should be accountable for your shit talking, son. All right. Pardon my language. Is that a bad word nowadays? I feel like the line is the F word, and I'm removing that one from my vernacular. But damn and the S word might continue to be said on this network. Maybe somebody going to coach that one out of me. Maybe. If we going to talk all that mess, son, and we go out there and play like poop, we got to stand there and take that L with a mouthpiece in our mouth. Look, you can't be sitting there chirping back at the drunk Bama fan after you need the ball. And look, the victory formation may be a thing in your pregame routine. Maybe you do that every game. I'm with you. That's a dude thing. That's a you thing. You're 5-0. Maybe that's what you do. It went viral. That sucks. But the way you were running your mouth and the way we all stood up here and said, hell yeah, short king, you out here balling. Your football team plays with that level of irrational confidence. Talk your game, son. The way we sit here and say that about you, dude, you have to put a mouthpiece in your mouth and walk out of that stadium and take every bit of crap talk that you get from everyone there. You have to, including James Smith. Every player that comes over there and says something to you, son, you got to sit there again with a mouthpiece in your mouth and wear it. You have to. You have to. That's the way I stand on. You gonna run your mouth? Cool. Go back it up if you don't wear it. Just like me. I am a bold taker. I do not come in here and sissy foot around the opinions. There ain't none of that. I don't do that. So if I'm wrong, and I often am, guess what you do, son? You stand in the paint and you get dunked on, even if it looks bad, even if it's embarrassing, right? You can't ride highs, and then, he's a kid. You're talking to kids. No, we're not. No, we're not anymore. That kid is 24 years old. He's a grown man. Hell, he's half a decade younger than me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had kids by his age. Most people do. I had a mortgage by his age. Most people do. He's a grown man. And he ran his mouth, so he gets to get talked to every once in a while, a little irrational. Now, Bama fan. You know what I mean? Like a little bit crazy. But I think he was just talking about, I think the Bama fan was actually mad based off what I saw. I think Pavia grabbed his nuts at the crowd maybe. And then the dad was like, don't be out here grabbing your stuff in front of my kids after we shoved it down your throat. Valid. If that was the case, valid. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, like, subscribing, rate, review. We got a lot of people here today. This is some good stuff going on. We're not even, I feel like we ain't even cracked the notes yet. Hey, we are just getting into the meat of that Bama schedule. Just got done with Georgia, Vandy at home, at Mizzou, Tennessee, at South Carolina, LSU, and Oklahoma. That's a tough slate. Hey, we'll take a quick minute to give a shout out to our friends over at Sleeper. What a great time to be here on this network this year, but also a great time to be with our friends over at Sleeper. Go over to Sleeper today, the #1 place for daily fantasy and prop plays. Sleeper Picks is a real money product that connects friends over picks. Choose 2 to 8 of your favorite players from pregame, live, or even across different sports. Pick more than or less than the predicted stats. It's that simple. On Sleeper, you can get up to 100x payouts, share with your friends, and get rewarded today. Use promo code Brooks, as you see on the screen, on Sleeper and get 100% deposit match up to $100. Again, that's sleeper.com/promo/Brooks. Terms and conditions apply. Boys, as you know, we're about 28 minutes at the time of this ad read from the kickoff of NFL Sunday. So go ahead, run over to Sleeper right now. I give you permission to leave the stream actively. Go over to Sleeper, get a play in right quick, and get paid. We appreciate those folks over there at Sleeper. Again, that's promo code Brooks over there on Sleeper.